welcome to the 2020 Bull League All-Star Game, coming to you live from St. Petersburg, Florida, home of the St. Petersburg Admirals of the Metropolitan League. And we will be getting underway shortly, just doing some background activities. All right. And we have to kill that audio now. Because unfortunately, Twitch will mute all of the audio. All right. So I'm going to go over the rosters before we get underway here. So you'll have the title card up on the screen. But for the Lake League, we have for the pitching rotation, it'll be Ron Alder from Montreal, who's 8-7 this season, with a 3.66 ERA. He's doing fantastic this season. He was voted onto the team, I believe. I have to check the vote screen actually over on Stats Plus. There were a number of players that, because of the way the votes went out, that were appointed by the commissioner. Yeah, we can't have just one catcher, for example. We've got to have two or three. So the vote results are on Stats Plus. However, some additional players were added on, but we'll be going over them now. So yes, let's see here. Ron Alder, looks like he was an appointee onto the All Lake League roster, was he? No, he was third, or tied for second in votes. He received 4 votes. Barrett Block from Minneapolis received 2 votes. He would not have otherwise been chosen, but he was appointed by the league. 8-6 this season, 3.90 ERA with a 1.27 WHIP. Doing quite well. Lou Bricknell from Ohio, the Ohio Oxen, 7-5 this season. He's their best pitcher, 2.52 ERA, 93 innings pitched. He's a little behind the other starters on innings pitched. I think that may have been because he had an injury. I'm not completely sure. Anyway, the 32-year-old had no votes as a starter, and so he was an appointee as well. So he was voted, I stand corrected, he was voted as a reliever, even though he's in a starting position. Takehide Higuchi from Minneapolis, 12-3 this season, having a phenomenal season over there for the Ravens. 2.68 ERA, 1.08 WHIP. He and Knuckles Malone are definitely in contention for Sandy Koufax award. Takehide Higuchi, 4 votes. He made the All-Star team on votes. Knuckles Malone, the Lake League starter, 14-3, leading the league in wins. And in ERA, he's got a 2.33 ERA. He's not leading the league currently in strikeouts, but he's only a couple behind, I believe, the league leader. He's got 116 this season, and I'll have to check who's the league leader. I think it's Steve Rollins here, who's coming up in a minute. He is the only Toronto pitcher to make the roster, Knuckles Malone, and one of the few Toronto players, period. Ricky Rodriguez, Minneapolis Raven, the other perennial contender for Sandy Koufax Award in the Lake League. He had a bit of a rough year last year, as I recall. He went, not too rough, 17-8. I think 8's a lot of losses for him. With a 2.99 ERA, so not as good as he could have been. This season he's 9-2 with a 3.29 ERA. His ERA spiked up again. He's having a little bit of a rough go, but a 1.25 WHIP, over 140. 104 innings pitched. Steve Rollins from the New York Dragons. The 28-year-old is 8-6 with 3.47 ERA, 142 innings under his belt with a 117 WHIP and a pretty good 7.8 K per nine and 5.5 WAR, which puts him right behind Knuckles Malone. So Rollins and Malone in the running for that Sandy Koufax Award, and not too far behind actually is Ron Alder from Montreal. For the relief staff, we have Oscar Gonzalez, of course, relief staff. Everyone after Malone's going to be a reliever. Oscar Gonzalez from Boston, 7-0 out of the bullpen with 4 saves and a .90 ERA. And I will be shocked if he is not in the conversation for the Woodchuck Trophy at the end of the season. Yeah, Boston doesn't have a human GM, but that's the way that goes. Chris Soundgarden from Montreal, former Ohio pitcher, 2-5 with 11 saves, a 4.70 ERA. He's doing quite well. And Gene Becker from Milwaukee, I believe that's Milwaukee's only pitcher and one of their few players. I think they like the Nomads. They've only got a couple players on the roster. And Jiao Liu from Ohio, the closer. That the Oxen have been relying on quite frequently this year. A little bit of a high ERA, like Gene Becker. 4.21 is his, but quite useful out of the bullpen. 16 saves and 4 wins, and a significant number of strikeouts. So a decent enough closer. We'll see if the Lake League manager uses him in the closer role. Now, I won't list the entire roster. I will go over it because you'll see it anyway when you download the league file. I will go over the starters, or at least the vote getters. Les Groves from Milwaukee, the Hops catcher, got all 5 votes. He was a unanimous choice for catcher. Peyton Bint, the Detroit Motorheads first baseman, got 4 of 5 votes. And in fact, he got my vote. My own player, Brian Chambliss, first baseman for Toronto, did get a vote, but it wasn't from me. So thanks to whoever voted for him. The top vote getters for the second base position were Dong Kyun Kim from Detroit and Lan King Soo from Minneapolis. Section Attack did collect a vote. I have a funny feeling Dylan was the vote caster there for Section Attack. Section Attack did actually make the roster. Kim and Sue also on the roster, so all 3 second basemen who attracted votes there did make it. All right, so third base, John Guyot from Chicago got 3 of 5 votes. Corrosive Joseph and Zongming Gang were the other vote getters from Ohio and Boston, respectively, with 1 apiece. Guyot made the roster, probably the likely starter. Cesar Hernandez, the starting shortstop, 4 of 5 votes, the Boston Brawler player. And Roberto Castro had 1 vote. The top 3 outfielders were John Rambo, not surprisingly. His rookie year has been fantastic, 4 votes. Evandro Sirigo, 4 votes from Minneapolis. Rambo, of course, from Chicago, if I didn't mention it. Florian Leroy had 2 votes, including one of mine, the Ohio Oxen outfielder, also in the top 3. And a handful of other ones as well. The DH will be Juan 2-3 from Ohio. He was unanimous, got all 5 votes. For the Metro League, the hosting league for this All-Star game, we have Al Moda, Mario from Nevada, Mario Morales from Washington, Harry Ferguson from St. Petersburg, Chris Zirkle from Calgary, and Dusty Hertz from St. Petersburg. All 5 of those pitchers were the top vote getters for the Metro League. We had 6 votes cast in the Metro League, only 5 for the Lake League. Al Moda was unanimous. He got 6 out of 6 votes, and the rest had 5 or less. And the relief pitchers, tragically hip, 6 votes from Seattle. Kane Morris from Nevada, 6 votes. And Raul Acevedo from Dallas, also with 6 votes. The next top vote getters were Malcolm Danton from Norfolk with 5. And Jackson Bartlett Nevada, Jonathan Garcia from Washington, they tied with 2 votes each, and then a handful of players with 1 vote. For the catcher for the Metro League, it is unanimous. Earl McPherson from Norfolk, 6 votes. First base, it is Tak Kyung Yang from Arizona, 4 out of 6 votes. The other 2 votes went to Jim Leahy of Nevada and Roberto Gutierrez from Washington. The second baseman will be Jorge Garces from Seattle, and he had 5 votes. Miguel Ortega, no longer in the Metro League, was traded to Boston just recently. He did collect 1 vote. Third base, Jorge Velasquez from Arizona, got 4 out of 2 votes. The other 2 going to Israel Medina. The Metro League's shortstop will be Danny Sanchez, the perennial batting title contender, if not winner. I believe he got an MVP recently. 6 votes for Danny Sanchez from Norfolk. Struggling team, but with some fantastic players like Sanchez. The top 3 outfielders who gathered votes were Chitoji Yamada from Nevada. Hey, that rhymes. Johnny Benink from Miami, and Bill Covey from Seattle. Yamada had 6 votes, Benink with 4, Covey with 4 as well. The DH was Forbes Peddle from Miami with 4 votes. So great lineup that we're looking forward to in today's All-Star game, which we're going to get underway right now. Oh, and I hope I didn't just play the All-Star game today. All-Star game. All right. Interleague game. There we go. I'm going to manage this game. Ballpark is the Berg. And let's get this on the screen. There we go. Alrighty, so here we go. The location for today's game is the Berg. Put the finishing touches on this 3D stadium just recently. Hopefully it is up to snuff. And the starting lineup for the Lake League, the visiting team, will be Orlando Garza at center field, batting first. Batting second, Zongmin Gang from third base. Batting third, Les Groves, the designated hitter. Batting fourth, Sue, the second baseman. Evandro Sorigo batting fifth in right field. Looks like Jason Nelson from Milwaukee, the left fielder, batting sixth. Batting seventh will be Brian Chambliss from Toronto, the first baseman. The catcher will be Diego Interiano, Pittsburgh. Now I know Groves was voted in as a catcher, but hey, the manager, the computer manager, does what it wants. So yeah, Interiano batting eighth. Batting ninth will be Toyozo Kondo, and he's the shortstop. And it looks like Ron Alder is going to get the start. I don't know why it switched it up, but anyway, Ron Alder's getting the start. So good for Ron Alder, starting pitcher for the Lake League team in the All-Star game for 2020. Well, the Metro League's lineup looks like this. Batting first, the third baseman, Jorge Velasquez. Looks like John Seals from California will play center field and bat second. Alex Viramontes from the St. Pete's Admirals, the home team, will bat third and play right field. Jim Leahy from Nevada, former California player at one point, bats fourth and cleanup, and he will play first base. The left fielder batting fifth, Chitoji Yamada, also from Nevada. And Tak Kyung Yang from Arizona, batting sixth, the second baseman rather. Earl McPherson voted in as the catcher, will DH. 332 average this year, 29 home runs. It's easy to see why. And he will bat seventh. Joe Coopers, the shortstop from Arizona, will bat eighth. And Andy LeBoy will catch behind the platter, and he will bat ninth. Chris Zirkle, a former St. Pete's pitcher, traded last year to Calgary, will be the starting pitcher for the home team Metro League. We have 41,118, a full house in attendance at the Berg. Clear skies and 88 degrees with wind blowing right to left at 8 miles an hour. And let's get this game going. And the crowd's all sitting in their seats. They've got their beers, their hot dogs, popcorn. And there is beautiful Berg Stadium, the Berg, in downtown St. Pete's. As you can see, a large iceberg off to the right center field is the distinctive feature, and in a moment we'll see the Admiral standing atop his iceberg, and you can't make it out, but just behind John Seals' picture there is a lovely full-rigged sailing ship at center field. So a lovely, lovely day, lovely, lovely stadium. Don't mind the bases. For some reason, the 3D, we could not get the bases to turn white. So we have green bases, very unusual color, but an error with the 3D rendering program. All right, so let's get this game underway. We are in, of course, one pitch mode, so we don't have to watch every single pitch. It does speed things up. A nice expansive foul zone here at the Berg. And Chris Zirkle taking the mound for the Metro League. He'll face off against Orlando Garza. And the 0-1 pitch, gloved, a dribbler to Zirkle, who gets a glove on it but can't make the throw and score that one an E1 as Garza is safe at first on what should have been an easy ground out. Zong Ming Gang from Boston steps up to the plate. Garza on first. And that's hit hard to center, but floating under it would be the center fielder, John Seals, and he has it, which will bring Garza back to first. The very speedy Garza. A threat to tag up, but not in that situation. Les Groves, the DH, up to the plate now. Swung on the 2-1 pitch, and this will be a fly ball to center. John Seals gets his second put out of the inning. Garza retreats to first, and 2 are away. There goes Garza, the throw, and he is safe. No, he's out. He's out. The catcher there threw a perfect strike to second base, and Garza was gunned down on the steal, and that ends the inning. So excellent work by Andy LeBoy on a perfect throw to Yang. Jorge Velasquez up to the plate. Ron Alder pitching, the Montreal Metro's pitcher. Metro's having a very rough year this year, but Ron Alder not as rough, 8-7 is his record. .366 ERA. Opponents are hitting .254 against Alder. The 1-1 pitch hit deep to left center and caught on the warning track for Nelson. Just short of the wall. That one was hit very deeply, very smartly to left center, but Nelson, a lot of range. He's a platinum glover. He's going to make the catch if it's possible. John Seals up to the plate, the center fielder. And he'll look at a 3-1 pitch a little bit low for ball 4, and he is safely aboard on a base on balls. Viramontes swings on that one. It will drop in the gap for a base hit, and that'll move the runner on first up to second. So a base hit for Viramontes. Here's the full count pitch, and the bases are loaded with 1 away. Viramontes moves to second, Seals on third. Jim Leahy with that solid eye of his. Chitoji Yamada, Leahy's teammate from the Speeders. A big power hitter. Will he go deep? Line drive that drops in center field. That'll cash in 1 run. Seals will score. And the Metro League is up 1-0. Tak Kyung Yang up to the plate. This one swings, but doesn't go very far. The catcher has to play it. They are unable to get to stop the run at home. Oh, no, they forced out the run, and did not get the batter. So the run was stopped. The power of illusion there. It looked like the runner was safe to me, but anyway, they stopped the run from scoring. Earl McPherson up to the plate, the DH for the Metro League. Swings on that one, ground ball to first, and he touches the bag. That'll end the inning. Just one run scoring for the Metro League as we finish the first inning. And I'm just going to take a quick look back to the 2019 All-Star Game, which was played in Minneapolis. Lake League won that one 13-3 with a series of runs right off the bat. They had one run in the first. They scored 5 in the second, 6 in the third. The Metro League didn't get on the board till the 8th inning. Alex Oriana from Miami, the losing pitcher. Glenn Talbot from Detroit was the winning pitcher. One home run from each team, and it was an interesting game. Lan Quin-Su from Minneapolis was the MVP for that game. So phenomenal game, and it was quite well attended. 48,000. All right, and speaking of Sioux, last year's MVP in the All-Star Game, he will lead it off here in the top of the second for the Lake League. Al Mota comes in to pitch. The Nevada pitcher doing quite well this year, 12-3, 119 strikeouts in 127 innings. And the 1-0 pitch is hit deep to center and playable for Seals, who makes the out. A lot of work going to center field there for Seals. That's 3 putouts in 2 innings. Evandro Sirigo for his first at-bat tonight. And swings on that 2-2 pitch and misses. It's a little bit low. Mota with his first K of the game. I think that's the first K for the Metros. Jason Nelson up to the plate, and he takes this one deep to center. Seals back on the warning track, and he has it right at the wall, just underneath the batter's eye, and that will be out number 3. So 3 up, 3 down for the Lake League. That'll bring the Metros back up to the plate. Lou Bricknell from the Ohio Oxen will be pitching the second inning for the Lake League. Does not appear to be any other defensive changes. Chambliss at first, Sioux at second, Kondo at short, Gang at third. Nelson, Garza, and Sirigo make up the outfield. And this one's rolled back to the pitcher there. Bricknell easily plays it to first. Chambliss for the putout. 1 away. And the 0-1 pitch from Andy LeBoy is a high fly ball to center. Garza easily grabbing that one. And Jorge Velasquez back to the top of the order. He will step up to the plate. He's 0 for 1. Reached on an error. And he will now reach on a ball 4 on the full count pitch. So Velasquez back on base. John Seals up to the plate. There goes Velasquez. The throw, and not in time. He's safe. Interiano on target, but a little bit late as Velasquez steals second. The full count pitch, and Seals will get a free pass to first. 2 aboard with 2 out. That brings up Viramontes, who has some power. 21 home runs this year, 309 average, a 1.019 OPS, and he's a bit of a pull hitter. The lefty batter swings on that 2-2 pitch. It's an infield fly and caught by Koji Kondo. And that retires the side as 2 runners get aboard, but nobody cashes in. Still 1-0 for the Metro League as we move to the top of the third. Brian Chambliss to lead it off for his first at-bat of the game. Jonathan Garcia from the Washington Freedom will take the mound now for the third inning for the Metro League. 7-4 this year, a 2.89 ERA, having a pretty good year. The lefty winds up. The The 1-2 pitch, ground ball to Yang over at second, and Chambliss is forced out. Diego Interiano, who had that great throw to second to prevent a stolen base, caught a runner stealing in the first inning. Didn't quite get the runner in the second. He is up to the plate. The 0-1 pitch. It looks like a ground ball that makes it into center field, and he is safely aboard with a single. Toyozo Kondo will step up to the plate, the shortstop, hitting .229 this year. I have no idea how this man ended up on an all-star team. 6 home runs. But he'll take a walk on a 3-0 pitch, and now 2 aboard with 1 out. The Lake League now have a runner in scoring position for Orlando Garza. Bit of a contact hitter, not much of a threat for the home run. Only 5 long balls this year, but a .357 average. Pretty decent. And this one will drop in for a base hit, rounding third. No, runner does not run round third. Interiano holds up as that ball was a little bit short in right center. Played by John Seals, and now the bases are loaded with 1 out for Zhongming Gang, who's got a little bit more power than Garza, but also primarily a contact guy. And he looks at a 3-1 pitch go wide for a walk, and the first run scores for the Lake League on a forced walk. Les Groves up to the plate. The former Newcastle Nuclear. Swing and a miss, and strike 3 for Groves. 2 away now for the Lake League. All right. Next batter is Lan King Su, and that will bring in Malcolm Danton to pitch. And Metro League going to get a fresh arm in there. 2 away, bases loaded. Su with the 2-2 pitch. And this one will drop in right field. 2 runs will cash as everyone was in motion on that one. And that is a 3-1 ball game for the Lake League. Gang moves to second, and Su safe at first on a 2 RBI single to right. Evandro Sirigo up to the plate, the Minneapolis Ravens hitter with 25 home runs. I believe, if I'm not mistaken, he is the home run leader currently. And 1.138 OPS, phenomenal. He goes oppo to left, and it's easily caught by Yamada, and that will end the inning. But 3 runs score, 1 on a walk and 2 on a single by Lan King Su, having a phenomenal game yet again, and so far a contender for the MVP. Knuckles Malone will pitch the bottom of the third. Jim Leahy will lead it off for the Metro League, the very capable home run hitter for the Nevada Speeders, with 33 taters this year so far, .299 average. And the 1-2 pitch to Leahy from Malone, hit hard and into the left field gap. That'll be good for at least a double. And Leahy sliding in safe at second has tagged Malone with a leadoff double. Not to overstate his importance, but if not anyone could get out of a situation like this without letting a run up, it is Malone. But he does let up his fair share of runs as well. .233 ERA in the season, does lead the Lake League, but it certainly indicates he's allowed a few runs. And pegs Yamada there. Whoa, it beans him, and that's got 2 runners on board and still no outs. Yikes! Tak-Young Yang up to the plate. Down the middle with that 1-1 pitch. This is hit hard into center. No one's going to tag up on the catch. Garza making the catch quite easily. And that's 1 away. Earl McPherson up to the plate. 29 home runs this season. .332 average. 1.062 OPS. And he takes this 1-0 pitch deep to left center. It's on the track and caught by Nelson. Almost making it over the fence, but not quite. Malone will now face off against Joe Cupers, the shortstop. And he serves up a free pass, loading the bases with 2 out. That'll bring up Andy LeBoy. Andy LeBoy, 262 this season with 19 home runs, a little bit of power here at the bottom of the order. And the full count pitch. Everyone will be in motion here. No. Swing and a miss. Strikes him out. And, that was Rodriguez that got him. So I didn't even notice. They got a new pitcher there. I guess that was Ricky Rodriguez that came in. All right, well. And we move to the bottom of the 4th now. As I have no idea what happened there. Wasn't it? Did I accidentally advance a whole inning? How did I do that? All right. Anyway, we are in the bottom of the 4th, and Jorge Velasquez will lead it off here as looks like Oscar Gonzalez comes in to pitch. And I must have, in my attempt to scroll the screen back, I must have hit one of the quick play buttons there. So we missed the Lake League at bats there. Oh, all right. Well, anyway, we'll carry on. Gonzalez serves up a first pitch fastball to Velasquez, who swings on it, takes it deep to left against the wall, and that's easy for a double, easily in for a double. No play at second. A leadoff double against Gonzalez. John Seals up to the plate. Swings on this 1-2 pitch. A fantastic grab by the shortstop, Kondo, diving over there. And he pulls that one in. Makes the throw to Chambliss at first, and that is one away. Velasquez frozen at second. Viramonte is up to the plate. Popped out to short in the last at bat. Goes deep to right. Floating under it is Garza. He makes the catch, and that is 2 away. Jorge Garces, not Garza, Garces, the pinch hitter. Batting .293 this year with 22 home runs. He comes into play and hit hard on the ground to Chambliss at first, who takes it to the bag and plays it by himself. He will get the 3rd out. So 3 up, 3 down. No, not 3 up, 3 down. They did get 1 hit. Tragically, Hip comes in for Seattle here in the top of the 5th, and Toyozo Kondo, the shortstop, will lead it off. And takes the inside 3-1 pitch for a ball 4 and gets a free pass. Kondo, a threat to steal. How many steals does he have this year? Let's have a quick look. 18 stolen bases. He's on track for 33. He's only been caught once. They'll be watching him closely. Dennis Guppy up to the plate. Pinch hitting. Swung on, and that is caught at third. Velasquez with the playing deep there. Had a great catch just before it got on the grass, and that is 1 away. Zong Ming Gang up to the plate. There goes the runner, and the throw, he is out. They got him. Wow, that was great. Kondo, only been caught stealing once during the regular season, is now caught. Wasn't just caught in the All-Star game. So, yeah, 2nd time caught this year. Zong Ming Gang up to the plate with nobody on now, 2 away, changing things dynamically. But he goes hard deep to left, and it's off the wall. That's an easy double. You will slide in for it, but the play's quite late. Yeah, wow. Seals really had to run back to the wall for that one. And Gang on second base in scoring position with Les Groves up to the plate, who is definitely a threat to hit and get home runs. He's got 14 homers, .338 average. He'll take a walk as that fastball comes in low. Lan Ching Su, 2 on, 2 away. Swings and misses on the 2-2 offering hand. He is gone. So no one scores here in the fifth, the top of the fifth, but Lake League still ahead 3-1. Chris Soundgarden coming in for the Lake League Montreal Metro's pitcher. He'll face off against Forbes Peddle, the pinch hitter. Peddle plays for the Miami Storm, batting .274 this year with 26 long balls. And he takes that 3-1 pitch inside for ball 4. Peddle with a leadoff walk. Bao Ku, the next batter, batting left as well. Peddle, not necessarily a threat to steal. And a bunt. There goes Peddle to second. Do they get the out? Ku made it close, but he's out. All right. So one away, but the sack bunt works, and Peddle is now on second. Earl McPherson up to the plate. And he takes the 2-0 pitch high in the air to left, easily caught by Nelson. The runner will retreat to second. Peddle unable to tag up. Joe Kippers up to the plate. Takes the 0-1 pitch to the gap in left center, and it will drop in for a single. That will send Peddle home, and a RBI single for Kippers. That brings the Metro up to 2 runs, cutting that lead down to 3-2. Laurent Lenoir now batting for the Metro League. Looks like he's, I don't even know who this guy is. Plays for Washington. He's a catcher. He must be the third catcher we put on there. And he's originally from Haiti. So there you go. Laurent Lenoir from Haiti. Kippers on first, 2 away. Runners in play, and it's a high fly ball to left. This looks like it should be caught by Nelson. And that will end the inning. So a run cash is in for the Metro League. But still ahead, Lake League still up as we go to the top of the 6th. Kane Morris, the Nevada Speeders reliever, now on the mound. 1.31 ERA so far this season. Just 11 walks and 22 hits. 4-2 record thus far. He's a fastball type of guy. 98 to 100 on velo. Pretty good stuff. Slightly worse against lefties, and that's who he's facing. Evangelos Sorigo, the lefty, will take that pitch inside and take a walk. The 3-1 pitch for a leadoff walk for the Lake League. Sorigo has some wheels on him. Hugo Gonzalez, the pinch hitter, will come up to the plate for the Lake League. The Hops batter, batting .313 this year. And he watches that one go down the middle, and that is a strikeout for Kane Morris. Peyton Bint, the first baseman for the Detroit Motorheads, up to bat. Swings and hits this one into well over the fence in right field. That'll drop in the water where the iceberg is, and a 2-run shot to the iceberg over in right field for Peyton Bint. It's now 5-2 for the Lake League. Alrighty. That's a very wet ball that some lucky fan will get to retrieve later on. Diego Interiano up to the plate. Kane Morris delivers the full count pitch. It's back to the pitcher, and a 1-3 put out on that ground ball. 2 away now to Yozo Kondo, the shortstop, and Detroit Motorhead player is up to the plate. And he watches a 2-2 pitch go down the middle for strikeout number 2 for Kane Morris. And that will end the inning, but 2 runs cash on that home run just to the right of the iceberg, and that brings the Lake League score up to 5-2. Yeah, I think I voted for Peyton Bint as well. All right. The Ohio Oxen reliever Ju Ao Lu is up to the mound rather. Israel Medina will lead it off for the Metro League. St. Pete's, what does he play again? Third baseman. 229 this year with 21 home runs. He could definitely get the long ball when he wants to. The 1-1 pitch from Lu, ground ball to third base and an easy out. Justin Reich at the plate now for the Seattle Salts. Swings on that 2-2 pitch, and Lu has 2 outs. Great strikeout. 99 miles an hour was the clock on that last one. That's above where Lu usually pitches. He's normally in that 95 to 97 velo range. Johnny Benink, the Miami Storm player, positions he play again. Had to check right field. Batting .308 this year with a 1,034 OPS and double-digit home runs. A high fly ball to the left field gap, but lots of time for Gonzalez to move under it. And that is out number 3. So no run score for the Metro League as we move to the top of the 7th. Metro League running out of innings to score. Young Lao Weng, the very capable starter for St. Pete's, is now on the mound. Dennis Guppy will lead it off, the center fielder now for the Lake League. The 1-2 pitch, swung on and missed, and Guppy goes down. And that's a strikeout for Weng. John Guyot up to the plate. Taps this one to short, and the throw is in time. Out number 2 as Guyot is retired. Dong Kyun Kim, the designated hitter, up to the plate. Weng winds up, delivers. This one's tapped on the ground to short, and another put out from Coopers to the first baseman. And we are back from the 7th inning stretch. And take me out to the ball game. We are now in the bottom of the 7th, and the Metro League really needs to get some more runs on the board here if they're going to have any hope at all in staving off a second defeat in a row. Jorge Garces will attempt to do that for the Metro League as the second baseman leads it off here in the bottom of the 7th. Barrett Block will take to the mound for the Lake League. Block .396 ERA this year, 70 strikeouts. He's only allowed 30 walks, 122 hits in 116 innings, 8-6 record. Not the best pitcher on the Ravens, but certainly one of the better pitchers in the Lake League. Hit hard into right on the ground, and nobody was able to get near that one. However, it made it to the right fielder so quick that that 100-mile-an-hour fastball took away a lot of the ability for Julio Rangel to get anywhere. So the pinch runner, Julio Rangel, he didn't hit that. Oh, yeah, I don't even know who hit that. Wasn't paying attention. So anyway, Julio Rangel is going to pinch run now, and a leadoff single For the Metro League, Forbes Peddle will step up to the plate, the left fielder. Gene Becker now on the mound for the Lake League. The 1-0 pitch from Becker. Where'd that one go? Tapped deep to right, caught, and the runner cannot tag up on that one. Sirigo with the easy put out there. Looks like Biao Q will step up to the plate for his first at bat. The full count pitch delivered wide, and Biao Q will walk. Rangel at second. Bill Covey, the tying run, is now at the plate, and boy, could he go long if he wants to. 24 home runs, a 281 average, and a 965 OPS. Certainly one of the Seattle Salt's more dangerous pitchers. Fourth in the Metro League with RBIs currently this season with 76. The full count pitch, and he lets that one go inside, and he will safely reach first as the bases are now loaded with one out. Cooper is up to the plate. He's 1 for 2 today with an RBI at that single back a couple innings ago. The 0-1 pitch hit hard to short. The play at second. They get Cooper's at first. 2 away, and that will end the inning. No runs score on that double play. Metro League disappointed, to say the least. Harry Ferguson, the hometown Admirals pitcher, takes the plate. 2 other Admirals on the field right now. Julio Rangel at second and Israel Medina at third. Juan 2-3, who is voted in as DH in the All-Star voting, will pinch hit to lead off the top of the 8th. Juan 2-3 has 28 home runs so far this season, 337 average. Late innings, he's hitting 358 with 8 home runs and 27 RBIs. Harry Ferguson, the pitcher. And the first pitch is taken on the ground to third base. Medina with the throw to first, and 2-3 is out. Florian Leroy, another Ohio Oxen player, up to the plate. The full count pitch, he swings and misses on that fastball. 99 miles an hour on the radar gun. That's 2 out now for the Lake League. Hugo Gonzalez up to the plate. The 1-2 pitch tapped on the ground to first. Easily walked back to the base by Kui, and that will end the inning. 3 up, 3 down for the Lake League. Metro with another chance to cut that lead. Laurent Lenoir will lead it off. The pitch, and it's a walk. Becker serving up another free bag. It's 3 walks so far since he came into the this All-Star game. Lenoir not a threat to steal. The batter, and that's a perfect bunt down the third baseline. No play at first, and Lenoir on second. I think Medina would have been satisfied with a sacrifice there to move Lenoir, but anyway, he's safe at first, and now 2 runners are aboard. No outs yet for Justin Reich. The pitch, deep to right, down the line. This one is gone. And that one into the stands, just past the right field foul pole. 3 runs cash. We have a tie ball game, folks. A very excited hometown GM just entered the chat with some text cheering. Good job there, Brandon. Thanks for joining us. 5-5 is the score. Still no out. Gene Becker is still pitching, amazingly enough. And Johnny Benink will step up to the plate, the Miami Storm right fielder. Here's the full count pitch. He takes a walk. And we have still not had an out, and we are on the 5th batter. Julio Rangel up to the plate. he's an Admiral. Let's see if he can get something going in this home stadium. Pops this one up high but short to the shortstop. A routine play for Kondo. And that'll bring up Forrest Petal. Petal, very much so a pull hitter. So we see the shift is on. Kondo playing behind second base. Leroy and Bint very much shifted over to the right. The 0-1 pitch. Becker delivers. Kondo grabs that one right next to the second base bag, and that will be a double play. And that's why they played the shift, fellas. But 3-run score in that inning, and we have a tie ball game. Let's see if Lakely can pull ahead in the ninth. Otherwise, we have a pretty good chance of a walk-off or extra innings. Raul Acevedo will come in to pitch for Dallas, the Metro League pitcher. I believe that may be Dallas's only player in the game. I have to check that roster again. Peyton Bint, who cashed in that 2-run shot a couple innings ago, he's up to the plate. He's done quite well in late innings as well. 317 with 11 homers, 29 RBIs, and 104 at-bats. Acevedo with the full count pitch to Bint, and he'll take a walk. John Rambo, Rookie of the Year contender. He's won the Rookie of the Month 3 months running since coming in this season, April, May, and June. Phenomenal hitter, 379 average, 28 home runs. With a runner on first, he's hit 385 this season. He's had been in this scenario for 78 at-bats, so he's doing just phenomenally well. The 0-2 pitch goes deep to right. Oppo, and that is gone. Over the fence, just out of the reach of the right fielder. Lakely pulls ahead 7-5 on a John Rambo 2-run bomb. 385 feet just over that fence. Still no outs. Sean Pfeiffer up to the plate. Chicago Pitbulls batter swings and misses on that inside fastball. Don't know why he was chasing that one. Anyway, that is out number 1. Acevedo with a strikeout. That'll bring up Dennis Guppy back to the top of the order. And he goes down on strikes. John Guyot up to the plate. Another pull hitter with 23 home runs on the season. Last year he had 35. Taps this one. This one goes over the head or out of the reach of the shortstop, and that falls in to center safely. So a line drive single to center for Guyot, and Corrosive Joseph will come in to pinch run. And Dong Kyun Kim, the DH, will be up to the plate. 2 out with Corrosive Joseph, a threat to steal at first. And that one gets away from the catcher. Lenoir having to chase it back to the backstop. Joseph safe at second on the wild pitch there. Runner in scoring position, 2 away. The full count pitch to Kim. And Kim goes down on a fastball. Joseph stranded at second, but 2 runs score on 2 hits. The Lake League is up to 7-5. The Metro League now needs to score 3 runs to walk it off. Bao Q will try to get something going here. And he takes a walk on that full count pitch. From Gene Becker, amazingly still in. 5 walks given up for Becker, along with 3 earned runs and 2 hits. He must be out of gas by now, but I'm going to guess that the Lake League is out of pitchers since he's still in. Hit hard to center, but it's caught, and Q will not be able to tag up. Guppy making the catch in center field. Bill Covey, the DH, out on that fly ball. Cooper's up to the plate. Swing and a miss. And Laurent Lenoir will come in now with 2 out. Q on first. Hit hard, deep to center. Back is the, oh, it'll fall in for a base hit, and looks like we've got Koo over to third as Laurent Lenoir, the Haitian, safe with the double. So runner 90 feet away from cutting that lead down. The tying run at second for Israel Medina. Hometown hero. Is he going to be a hero or a zero? 132 career home runs, 21 of them this season. The 1-2 pitch, swing on and miss, and he strikes him out, stranding two batters. And that will do it for this edition of the All-Star Game, as the Lake League tops the Metro League 7-5, but the Metro League so close there. Had that gone a different way, we would have had a walk-off 3-run shot or something else. But boy, what an exciting game. The Lake League pulling ahead on that 2-run shot to right field, John Rambo style. And I wouldn't be surprised if he gets the MVP for this edition of the game. Thanks again for joining us here on the Bull News Network. And what a great All-Star game it was. A beautiful stadium here in St. Petersburg, Florida. Unfortunately, with the scoreboard in the way, you can't see the Admiral over off to right field. But by all means, folks, if you want to get the graphics for this stadium imported on your own installations of the game, just let me know, and we can certainly arrange that. All right, that'll do it for today, and hopefully you guys will enjoy more of these Twitch streams in the future. So here we go. I'll just read the stats here for this wrap-up. All-Star Detroit Motors head first baseman Peyton Bint had a night to remember. Not only did he take the field with the game's best players, he was also a huge factor in the 7-5 Lake League victory over the Metro League. And Peyton Bint, why was he so special? Did he get the MVP? He did. Player of the game was Peyton Bint. Let's see why here. Bint. Where did you go, Bint? He had 2 runs, 2 RBIs. So he had that. Was it him that hit that 2-run shot? No, it was Rambo hit the one that won the game. So Bint got the 2-run home run back in the 6th off of Kane Morris, and I guess that really shifted the tide towards the Lake League. But Rambo had the big one that brought the lead back to the Lake League side of the ledger. I would have given the player of the game to John Rambo. Certainly for that very critical and timely home run, but that about does it. So Gene Becker with a win and a blown save. Soundgarden and Lou with holds. Raul Acevedo with the loss. And boy, do we have some home runs there. At least on the one side of the ledger, we had John Rambo and Peyton Bint. On the other side, we had Reich. A fantastic ball game that lasted 4 hours and 2 minutes under clear skies in St. Petersburg. Thanks again for joining us, and this one will be available on the YouTube channel shortly. And I think there's one more Twitch stream I got to add to that YouTube channel if it hasn't been deleted already. Twitch loves erasing the videos if you don't get to that quickly. But anyway, thanks again for joining us, folks, and have a good night.